A shocking new picture of Liam Payne's final hours has emerged, with newly surfaced police files and photographs revealing what was happening inside his Buenos Aires hotel before his fatal fall. According to the Daily Mail, more than 3,000 documents and photographs from the investigation have now emerged, shedding fresh light on the former One Direction star's final day at the CasaSur Palermo Hotel. And the images are startling. Photographs reportedly show Payne drinking inside the hotel, while staff were seen bringing alcohol to his room. Another image, taken the night before his death, allegedly shows the 31-year-old swinging around a pole. Then came his final day. Photos reportedly show Payne meeting two women in the hotel lobby before they went to his room. According to the Daily Mail, the women later told police that Payne sang songs for them and asked about obtaining cocaine. He allegedly also asked for help making crack cocaine. But their accounts reportedly revealed something even more disturbing: a payment dispute, damage inside the hotel room, and scenes that became increasingly chaotic. Investigators already knew Payne had consumed alcohol and drugs during his final hours. Toxicology tests found cocaine, crack cocaine, ketamine, and alcohol in his system. Then came the fatal moment. Payne fell approximately 46 feet from the hotel's third-floor balcony. Investigators later considered whether he may have been trying to leave the room when he fell. Now, these newly surfaced photographs and witness accounts are adding crucial detail to the timeline. They reportedly show Payne's interactions with hotel staff, his meeting with the two women, his drinking, and the increasingly chaotic circumstances inside the room. And the two women's statements are particularly significant. Their accounts reportedly describe what happened inside the room shortly before Payne's death, including the alleged payment dispute and damage inside the room.
Liam Payne's final hours are back in the spotlight after new witness claims described what allegedly happened inside his Buenos Aires hotel room before his death. The One Direction singer died after falling from a third-floor balcony at the CasaSur Palermo Hotel on October 16, 2024. According to documents obtained by the Mail on Sunday, two women who visited Payne that day gave sworn statements to police only hours after the tragedy. Aldana Serrano and Lucila Guaitea told investigators they were called to the hotel by Payne and had consensual sexual intercourse with him after arriving around 11:30 in the morning. The women claimed the atmosphere changed when it became difficult for Payne to pay an agreed fee because he allegedly had no cash available. According to their statements, Payne offered him his gold Rolex when a bank transfer could not be completed. They claimed he then smashed the watch and said he could buy many more. The women further alleged that Payne punched the hotel room television several times and became increasingly agitated during the exchange. After calming down, they claimed he fell to his knees and asked them to stay, saying that money did not make him happy. The witnesses also alleged that Payne sang his own songs, appeared intoxicated, and later asked them for cocaine. A toxicology report taken after his death found cocaine, alcohol, and the sedative Klonopin in his system at the time of the fatal fall. Payne had arrived in Argentina 16 days earlier while waiting for a U.S. visa renewal and had reportedly remained sober during the first part of the trip while staying with Gate Cassidy and businessman Rogelio Norez. After Cassidy returned to Miami and Norez left Argentina, Payne allegedly relapsed. He was later asked to leave another hotel after allegedly damaging his room before moving to CasaSur Palermo. The women told investigators they eventually left the hotel after asking to be paid again, and later returned briefly to collect belongings they had forgotten. One said Payne apologized for the earlier incident. They left shortly before 4 p.m. Payne died at 5:07 p.m. after falling from the hotel balcony. The two women said they learned about Payne's death only after seeing reports on social media, and police later arrived to take their formal statements. It remains unclear whether they ever received the money. As fresh allegations emerge about what happened inside Liam Payne's hotel room, a major legal twist had also reshaped the investigation into his death. Liam Payne's tragic death may have happened nearly 2 years ago, but the legal battle surrounding the One Direction star is far from over. One of the biggest names linked to the investigation has now officially been cleared, while prosecutors continue chasing answers from two others accused of supplying drugs before Liam Payne's fatal fall. Rogelio Luis Roger Norris, one of Liam Payne's closest friends, has now been completely cleared of every remaining criminal allegation in the case. Court records show that judges dismissed the final charge against Norris, bringing an end to the legal battle that began shortly after Payne died in Buenos Aires in October 2024. Prosecutors had previously argued that Norris effectively acted as Payne's host in Argentina, controlled many of his expenses, and should therefore share responsibility for what happened. He was initially indicted on a manslaughter charge in November 2024, with Liam's father, Jeff Payne, becoming one of the key witnesses in the investigation. Although that manslaughter charge was dropped months later in February 2025, Norris still remained accused of a drug supply charge until that was thrown out this past April. Now, that final accusation has also been dismissed. According to his defense lawyer, Rafael Cuneo Liberona, quote, Roger never had the duty of caring for Payne, much less caring for his addictions. He was Liam's friend, not his physician, nurse, or therapist. The lawyer also insisted there is now absolutely no chance that Norris will be brought back into the case, after judges ruled there was no criminal wrongdoing on his part. Court documents also revealed another key detail that investigators examined during the case. Authorities discovered a message on Liam Payne's phone requesting 6 grams from Rogelio Norris. However, judges noted there was no reply from Norris and no evidence whatsoever that he had agreed to provide Payne with drugs. Because of that, the court rejected prosecutors' request to carry out further forensic analysis of Norris's electronic devices. Judges also refused prosecutors' attempt to summon Liam's then-girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, as a witness, saying there was not enough justification to require her testimony. But while Norris is now officially out of the case, 2 other men remain under criminal investigation. Brian Nahuel Paez and Ezequiel David Pereira are still awaiting trial over allegations that they supplied cocaine to Liam Payne before his death. According to case sources, prosecutors have been discussing a possible plea agreement that could prevent a full criminal trial from ever taking place. Under that proposal, the more serious allegation of selling drugs could reportedly be reduced to supplying drugs without payment, an offense carrying a maximum sentence of just 6 months. Since both men have already spent more than a year behind bars, that time would effectively satisfy any potential sentence, provided the plea agreement is accepted. Pereira's lawyer has already confirmed, quote, "We would be inclined to accept the offer." Meanwhile, Cheryl Cole, who was representing Liam Payne's 9-year-old son Bear in the proceedings, could ultimately have the final say on whether any plea deal moves forward. Court documents show Cheryl's legal team has not challenged the rulings clearing Rogelio Norris or any of the other defendants whose charges have already been dismissed. Instead, her lawyers say their only priority is protecting Liam Payne's intimacy, honor, and memory. And while several defendants have now walked free, the investigation itself is still very much active. Earlier this month, a judge authorized prosecutors to carry out fresh forensic examinations of 10 mobile phones, along with the flash drive seized from the 2 remaining defendants. Investigators will now examine text messages, social media conversations, and browsing histories, hoping to uncover any additional evidence connected to the alleged drug supply in the final hours before Liam Payne's tragic death.